Anyways, closing the show is another gentleman from the Seattle area. He has been performing for many years. He is also a Cal grad, so he's also got some probably brainy act to come with here. Or if he doesn't, I've now ruined it for him. But anyways, please put your hands together for Mr. Brian Boshane.
Oh my gosh. Is the camera ready? Am I in the right spot? We got to make sure this is going on YouTube. This is my promo reel. Brian Business Comedy. Take one. Oh, where to start? Well, everyone's gone. Oh, everyone's outside checking their emails. Get another drink, please. I need one too while I'm up here. You're the zombie guy? That's awesome. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I mean, I would like one afterwards, but it's actually illegal in the state of Washington to perform with a beer on stage. Not anymore? Oh, okay, bring it up here. I'm just kidding. There we go. I'm not on stage. This is a stage. We have to continue the illusion. You have to keep the illusion alive. If you don't, you fall into a pit of despair. We all saw Doug's act. And so I will keep the illusion alive. Are you cold, by the way? Oh, because I am sweating bullets up here. So you can have my shirt. That wouldn't be appropriate. But what about this event has been? Jen took a real risk bringing us in here, letting Jay book comics for the first. That was the first risk because, well, look how he brought. But Jay's a great guy. Round of applause for Jay. A little bit. I love him. I was very excited to get a Facebook message from him because I knew he wasn't dead. And he had a gig for me, which was awesome. I don't need this in my hand. Bud Light, thank you guys. You spent all your money on comedy. Next time you should save some for beer. And then it'll be good. Where are my pot smokers at? Are there any pot smokers here? Just that guy? Just that guy? And the guy from The Who? Or however. I don't know why everyone's picking on you. I think we just want you to be our friend, I think. What? You are everyone with a mic that was 5 seconds ago. That's okay. You know what? If you guys have any feedback or want to talk or feel like you're part of the show, then please, just comment at some point because it's probably going to make the show more enjoyable, and that's why we're here, to enjoy ourselves. He's probably tweeting the whole show right now as we speak, like, second comic, more hell. Another 25 minutes of this. Yes, pretty much. Here at the conference. I mean, just fill up that Twitter feed on the left side of the webpage that has 2 tweets. For the Zombies Please Show, bite this guy. There is no hope. What did you cover in the zombie thing? That sounds interesting. Okay. Yeah, we could do that too. No, I'm just, I just got finished The Walking Dead, and I can't talk about it because Doug hasn't seen it, so we'll have to. No spoilers. So one pot user. Any heroin users? Maybe? I don't know. I think there would be more pot users than heroin users because pot's easier to try. I mean, I've tried pot, never tried heroin because to try heroin, you still have to, tie up and inject it into your vein just to try it once. But pot doesn't ask for that same commitment level. Like, for pot, it's like, do you want to eat a cookie? That's it. That's the bit. Would you like to have a cookie that tastes like it was made in the back of a lawnmower? That's it. That's the highest. That's the hardest it gets for pot. Like, if they could put heroin in, a fruit roll-up, I would try it once. At least, just go halvesies on some heroin by the foot. Just roll it up into a little ball, put the whole thing in my mouth, go train spotting. But pot just, or if they could put Coke in a cupcake, just a little Coke cake, they could sell them. Little $20 Coke cakes. You snort the frosting, eat the cake. You guys could market that. I don't know. What do you guys do besides zombie stuff? For a marketing website, it was very hard to figure out anything of what this conference was about. Because it was like, join us for dinner. We're usually in San Francisco, but this weekend we're in Seattle. So I can't really write any jokes about that. No, seriously. Is this it? Is this the group, or are these just the presenters? Or this is the whole conference right here. Nice. Was it just in the bar most of the day, or like, kind of? It's just like, this next is SEO marketing, and then we use some effing vodka to display this point that I have about this marketing. Shit, there's a comedy show after this. If that was the case, you guys would all think I was funnier. This is the conference. That's cool. And you guys get together regularly? Is this the regular conference? You guys don't know each other. You guys all met today. Semi? First time you done it. Oh, so you guys all came up to Seattle to have this? We're only in... God, this is confusing. You know, for marketers, as a consumer, I am very, very confused about the product that you're selling, which is probably the first... Maybe I could give a talk at this. Like, when you're hired as a comedian and you don't know what the gig is that you're doing, prepare less. Which is pretty much what happened. Huh? Emerging media, which is pretty much what I'm doing right now. I feel like this is just going to go on. It's emerging media. It's emerging. What's emerging out of it? I am a computer guy, so you can use real language with me, and you don't have to talk to me like I am a... So like cyborg technology, like where I put like augmented reality. Oh, there we go, where I can like pick up my phone and be like, this is what the couch would look like in my house. Don't steal that. That's copyrighted. I'm going to do that. Yeah, we all saw Wall Street when he had the big phone up, and we're like, look at that, what a piece of crap. So we're just thinking like ocular implant, just Geordie it right on the face. That would be, I have contacts, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for the $4,000 contact that I put in my eye, and then I can be an even bigger douchebag walking around. No, I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at my stock portfolio right now. Optical contact, no, I'm not. Honey, no, you're going the wrong way. Stop it. Hold on. I've got a call. I'm voice chatting right now. How the hell does voice chat work on Google Glass, by the way? Because are they just looking at your eye? Or does like a little thing come out, like a little whisper camera come out and then take a picture of your stupid head? Or is it just everyone's eyeballs? Just eyeballed eye. You're just looking at their eyeball. I see your eyeball. You look nervous. Are you okay? There's an eyeball. I'm going to want this tape afterwards. This is good stuff. Is there an eyeball? You stoned? All I see is pupil. Hello? Hello? Sorry, wrong number. Wrong eyeball. I thought I was video chatting. I don't know. Yeah, I just took this gig to write material, actually. I said, I'm going to hang out with a bunch of nerds and expand my nerd set. I actually am hoping to do more corporate comedy because I'm a big nerd and I work at Amazon as a program manager, so I can... Yeah, exactly. Just talk about that. I will tell you, actually, this is a funny story from our 3-year planning meeting that just happened 2 weeks ago, because you guys will like this. Okay. Sorry, that was awesome. She just looked at me and was like, "Oh wait, I'm taking this on my phone." And not my ocular implant, and so he can see me answer it in this well-lit room. And it's my fault. How dare you for... Okay. Well, is she going to want this? Well, okay, you'll have to tell her the story later. She misses out. We're taking that really important phone call. So we're in our 3-year planning meeting. We got to think big. We're looking at this 3-year plan. And the vice president goes, how much is the world worth? Like all of the business in the world. And we're like, $72 trillion. And he goes, that's it? And we're like, yes, that is it. That is the sum total of everything. If we were able to funnel it all through Amazon, it'd be worth $72 trillion. He goes, well, how could we make it bigger? Remember, it's 3-year plans. We got a lot of time. How can we make it bigger? And some guy, he's like, well, we could find a new Earth. I think that's the only way that we could make it bigger is we could find a new Earth. And he goes, yeah, let's do that. let's find a planet with life, and hopefully they have commerce on it. And there is no Amazon competitor that we have to compete against. And I was like, really? That's how batshit crazy we all got in this little tiny room over the couple weeks. And I was like, really? And they have commerce. That is awesome. Only you would think that. Like, we're going for micro-celled organisms. And he's like, maybe they have commerce. Or maybe they're just on the brink. Maybe they're still in this image, in this world, in this future dimension. They have booksellers, but they're not yet buying it online. There is an internet, but, they just haven't figured out how to do credit card transactions. They're still using credits in the store. It is so funny. And I got really punchy at work. You're not supposed to get punchy at work. Everyone got really excited about the 3-year plan document. Everyone's like, we're going to do this meeting. We're going to do live edits. We're going to do live edits. They got all excited about it. And I was like, yeah, live edits, bitches. And then piled into the room. They're like, Brian, you can't talk like that. And I was like, well, it's gotten to that point, hasn't it? Where that's what I feel like a little bit. Like I'm on the 15th revision of an 8-sentence paragraph. And they were right. That's the thing. I wrote a page goes down to 8 sentences, and it's better. That's what it's all about, right? Right? Amen. Well, I don't know what you guys said. Maybe amen, bitches. There we go. I don't know. Okay. Yes. Well, as comedians, that's what we're all striving to do. It's distilling. If you can do it in 6 words, why use 20? That's why Doug talks really fast, because he just tries to do it in less time, but doesn't want to take out any words. So if he can do it fast. I don't know if that was a good story, but we can tell. Nice lady. I don't know her name. I feel like I should know everyone's name in here. Jillian. Okay, don't tell her that you told me that, so I can just be psychic later and be like, Jillian, how was this call? How was the call? Oh, yeah. Ocular implants would be great, because then I wouldn't know that you guys aren't paying attention. And you could play solitaire or tweet, and I could pretend like this is still meaningful. I should do some material, maybe. Something from my act. As a computer programmer, I got really upset when my HR department made me take sexual harassment training, because I don't work with, there's no women at my work. I mean, there are women that are employed by Amazon, but they're just not where I sit at all. And I got really anxious, like, watching this video, because I didn't know what I was supposed to take away from it. I mean, this was like a couple years ago when I was a programmer. I didn't know what to take away from it, and I found out what it was. It was hope. It was hope. It was hope that one day that I would be in a situation where I would need this knowledge. That's what HR had said. Why get training in a situation that's never going to happen, right? Right? So it's bound to happen at some point. That's why I have to take the training. That's the only logical explanation. Because and I'm watching these videos. It's a very high-tech web company, so you don't get to go to a class or you get to role play at all, which I was very excited for, but it's just all videos. And they show you these videos, like the first video, it's like Dan's on a business trip with Trish, and they're in the hotel bar, and Dan's discussing her business opportunities, if she'll sleep with him, whatever it is. I couldn't get past the fact that they got to go on a business trip. I was like, really? That's awesome. Like, that looks like a really nice Best Western. Why can't... How about you show me how to get on a business trip, and then you show me how to behave on one? Like, that should be the first class. It should be like, okay, nerd that doesn't know how to talk to anybody, here's how you get to go on a business trip, and they can show you how you demonstrate your, non-expendability, and if you can talk to women and, get to go on this trip, and then they can show me how to behave on one. But no, they're like, and so it just doesn't mean anything for me. They have a video of a woman sexually harassing a man. That's like a sexual fantasy training video for me and all my friends. I'm watching. I'm like, go. We're like rooting for him. Go, Steve. No. Say yes. It's just one yes away from bad porn. That's all it is. Like, it's the same scene. It's the same set. They probably just film them on the same day. It's just, okay, take one. Steve, say no. Okay, look rejected, Diana. Okay, good. Cut. Click. Okay, send that one off to the sexual harassment people. Okay, now Vivid Studios wants us to do a different scene. This time you say yes. Okay, and action. Click. And then they go and film that scene. And then there's they probably have They probably have a porn called Sexual Harassment. And it's just all the training scenes the other way. Same actors. That's how you would do it. If you wanted to totally optimize your inventory, that's what you should do. It's the same actors. That's how a business person would look at that. That's how a business person would look at the porn industry. You have these actors, then all they're doing is having sex. We should really make them do something else and sell that too. Maybe they could do voiceover work. Read children's books online for deaf kids. That doesn't work. For blind kids. Amber Hudson reads Spot the Dog, or I don't know. I don't know any porn actresses' names that are enough. I'm sorry. There's a child in the room. How old are you, by the way? 14. Okay, perfect. Good job, Mom. You don't know what I'm talking about at all, do you? Okay. Well, you'll know what sexual harassment is soon enough. Huh? You're in high school. Well, that's... yeah, you'll know it well then, because that's when they haven't labeled it yet as sexual harassment, because you only get the kind of protection that you deserve when you get into the workplace. There's that whole college speed bump that you have to walk through, especially if you're a fraternity or sorority member. I was a fraternity member. Yeah, woo, party. I was in a nerd frat. We actually had a house. Like, it was a house. Like, it wasn't one of those nerd frats, like, we're in a fraternity. And it's like, no. Like, we actually had a house with letters and stuff. We threw parties. But we were a nerdy house, so women felt really safe at our house. Because you can't, like, there's nothing that would go wrong with you. You could get as drunk as you want, pass out. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to wake up in the morning, your iPhone is going to be working again. And there'll be some nerd watching you while you sleep. Like, I fixed your phone. There's a guy named Blake who's really upset with you. Here's some orange juice and an Advil. I love you. You're like a goddess. Even when you threw up all over my stuff. My friend threw up in his room and blamed it on me once. Because he remembered me eating a slice of pepperoni pizza, but had blacked out before he had a slice of pepperoni pizza. And then called me the next day, why'd you throw up all over my room? It's like, I think you threw up all over your room. It's like, you were the one eating pizza last night. It's like, yes, so did you. That's why you shouldn't drink, 14-year-old girl. You do stupid stuff like that, you'll think you're awesome and invincible. Actually, you should drink before you go to school, or you'll end up like me, a stand-up comedian. Because you'll be like, what's this beer thing? And then, yeah, it's all over. It's a good time to be a nerd. We got movies like Harry Potter and Twilight psychologically tricking women into thinking that wizards and vampires are things to have sex with. Like, this is awesome for me and my friends. We've been wizards for like 20 years. And it is now our turn to date. I'm going to be able to take the right woman home, and I'm going to be pointing at the kitchen table and be like, this is where the magic happens, right here. She'd be like, are we going to have sex in your kitchen? Sex? No, this is where we play Magic the Gathering on Tuesdays. Can't have, it'll ruin the playing surface. Everyone, cards will stick to the table. People will roll in 20s, and they'll be like, Brian, you ruined the Magic the Gathering place. This was supposed to be a safe place. I love being a nerd. Nerds? You guys all nerds? Kind of, yeah. Huh? You prefer geek? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It depends if you... I always thought nerds is, geeks with degrees. And then... But the opposite could also be said. You're a bigger man than me, so we'll just go with that the opposite is also true, and you beat me up. But yeah. Well, if you don't think you're a nerd, I would consider you a liar, because we're all nerdy about something. Like, I know there's a lot more nerds in this world because I've been to places like Joann's Crafts. And there's a ton of nerds that are just walking around that store on a weekday, but they just don't think that they're nerds. They call themselves something different, like knitters. Yeah, crafters, knitters. You guys are all big nerds. Like, you're role-playing. It's just you're not role-playing as, like, a knight fighting a dragon. You're role-playing as a sweatshop worker. Like in your fantasy, it's 1850, and you have to knit a sweater or you'll starve. I don't know. I gotta knit this sweater for this baby or it's gonna freeze in the winter. Gotta finish this tomato hat by Sunday. If not, my cat can wear it. My car is awesome. I love my car. I have no regrets about purchasing it. It's got a whole bunch of little dashboard lights, which are very exciting because they all tell me different things that are going on with the car. And the only one that I hate, though, is the check engine light because it doesn't tell you anything. It's the equivalency of your car going, uh-oh. Something's wrong. Ow, owie, owie. That's your car's busy. Owie, owie. Because you're like, where does it hurt? What is it? What's wrong? Remember when you told me door ajar and I fixed that? Only took me 4 tries. But I got it fixed. So tell me, where does it hurt? Show me the owie. Show me the owie, outie. I love alliterations. But no, it's just, but that's all I got. It shouldn't be a little engine and a lightning bolt. It should be a wrench and a dollar sign that lights up on your dashboard. That's really what your car is trying to tell you. You haven't spent enough money on me. I feel neglected. And you know that it knows. Like, just maybe you could change the color of the dollar sign to tell me what kind of reaming I would get when I eventually took the car in. Like, make it red if I should be really afraid, and like green if I can ignore it for a long time. Like, it'll run without an oxygen sensor. It's fine. Just put a countdown clock. 7 days until something's really broken. Perfect. That's all I need to know now. Because your car's trying to be nice. It says, hey, I need some attention. You know what else? Because your car does that. It does it with your brakes. Your brakes try to tell you slowly that things are breaking. And because it does that little, like, you're like, oh, what is that? Is that a CV joint or something? You guys know what a CV joint is. Anyways, some of them do. Okay. But but most of us don't like run out and get the brakes fixed. They just it'll be fine. Like, when do we get our brakes fixed? When it's like so socially awkward to bring anyone else in the vehicle with us because it sounds like we got a gang of banshees on a chain that we're dragging behind the car just every time we come to a stop. Yeah, I should probably. I need new rotors at this point. Now it's just metal. That's metal on metal. There's no brake pad anymore. It's just. My favorite light on the dashboard is the light that tells me I'm skidding on ice. It's a little picture of a car with it skidding on ice, and it usually flashes after I've already realized I've begun to skid on the ice. My car's like, we tried to tell you with a little snowflake. But you're ballsy and took your chances, so now you're skidding on ice. Good luck. That's basically your car just saying, like, hey, we know what's up, but you don't, so see you later. Good luck, buddy. We're done. We checked out. Me and the tires, we're done. Brakes are gone, too. Have fun. Gravity's your only friend now. Gravity and physics. Because it's like being in the world's most slow-motion car wreck. You're sitting there in your car going, I wonder what I'm going to hit when I go out of frame of this camera. Maybe it'll be a Kia. Maybe it'll be something cheap like a Kia or an accordion bus, and then I can sue the city. Like, that would be. It's like you're in a real life game of Plinko with your car, just sitting there going, Kia or an accordion bus. Just get away from the Mercedes. Away, not right there. Bankrupt, man. Going right in that bankrupt slot all the time. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be a winner. But no. Well, I'll leave you guys with this. I love shopping. I think that's an appropriate closer for our marketing get people. I love shopping. My favorite place to go is IKEA because everything there looks like it was named by the Swedish chef from the Muppets. It does. They have that little fake like those fake condos where they cram like $5,000 of particle board inside of it. And you're like, is that his theme song? Gertie vorskadee vorskadoo bork bork bork. They put a 3-pack of borks right there as if they didn't know what they were doing. I know exactly what they're. I don't know what a Bork is, but there's 3 of them, and they were $1 a piece. I'm going to use them as mixing bowls. I'm going to take a risk. That's what IKEA's tagline should just be: is take a risk. Everything, because you're there going $34 for a bookcase, and I get to put it together with this tool that's about this big, 8-foot bookcase. This tool, it'll fit in the back of my car, though. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, this is all $34. The whole apartment's filled with crappy furniture. Measure it? Nah, it'll fit out the door when I leave. 2 years later, well, if I move it, it'll burst into 1 million particle board-sized pieces, and it doesn't fit out at the door anyways, so it's now a furnished apartment. They're going to love all my Beanos and Malms and Billies, and I love the names. That's why it's also the home of my favorite retail therapy game. It's called Make Up a Fake Product and then ask someone there to find it for you. You get someone that doesn't know the catalog very well, and you're like, hey, I'm just looking for a Flajarkin. Just looking for one of those. You have any left? Spell it? I don't know how to spell it. It's like F-L-O with some dots. Line through one of the vowels. Looked like Flajarkin. It was next to some lingonberries in your catalog, if that helped. But you guys should pick a new word because about 5 minutes later, he's like, hey, here's the bin of Flajarkin, sir. Have a nice day. That's it for me, everybody. Thank you very much for having me.